In 1981, 28 million people watched a pair of halves tie an uncomfortable knot. Charles and Di's marital woes had yet to begin, but Brixton's troubles had already kicked off. 5,000 people rioted on the streets of South London.
We're here in the middle of Riots Road where the riots kicked off. Started when a brother got stabbed down the road here, and the cops got involved and the community started to gather around, and they weren't perceived as doing their job quick enough. And it ended up where I think the community had to take him to the hospital themselves. That was the actual incident that kicked off what we call Bloody Saturday. I was sat on a stoop watching the whole thing unfold. Bricks and bottles start raining in, and between, I don't know, sort of 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock, all hell broke loose. We're talking Armageddon. The cops weren't equipped at all. They had those silly little plastic shields, and they're getting Molotov. And the petrol's going under their shields and over their shields.
The rioters were blazing mad about police racism.
It was in April 1981, down in the ghetto of Brixton, that the Babylon them caused such a friction that it bring about a great insurrection. A lot of resentment and bitterness had built up in the black communities around police brutality, racist police oppression, and the way the whole judicial system stacked against us.
I grew up in that area. The police in those days were pretty blatantly racist. I mean, Brixton Police Station had a terrible reputation. There was a lot of anger in the black community about that.
I was in Brixton that night. It was intense. And when I came out and saw the devastation, and my car was fine, I was grateful for that. Oh, shit.
I was actually at a cocktail party in Downing Street with the Prime Minister when the riots happened, and we were flown down by a police helicopter to Brixton to drop in where the riots were. And the very first person we saw was a black guy who came out of a doorway with a huge, great afro woolly hat on, a giant spliff in his hand. And he saw her and he said, "Hey, man!" And she said, "Oh, are you rioting too?" Which was hysterically funny.
I'll tell you what's perverse about it is that I enjoyed it. It was empowering, because we had been putting up with this shit for so long.
Race riots raged across Britain, but out of the conflict came creativity.
This town is coming like a ghost town.
Ghost Town was a comment on what was going on. You know, the line "people getting angry" was directly inspired by the riots.
The people getting angry.
It wasn't just unemployment that was going through the roof, but, you know, the way that the police were treating the black community as well.